Hello, I'm Dr. Gareth Moore. I'm a puzzle and brain training author, but in this video I'm not writing puzzles, I'm looking at this. It's a wooden puzzle box. I backed it on Kickstarter from a company called Esc Welt, and it arrived recently. And the aim, I think, is to open it. So in this video I'm going to have a look at it. It did arrive in a box, but the box had not enjoyed its journey. So I think the less said about that, the better. I did speak to the company. They said they would send me a replacement box, but they wanted to know if the puzzle box itself was broken before they replaced that, and it looks fine to me, so let's hope it is. And as you can see, it's remarkably colourful. Usually these puzzle boxes are just plain wood, maybe of different colours of wood, but this one has got images all around it. I don't know the significance of them. It also got brightly coloured yellow plastic on it here. So that's all around it. I guess the little plastic pegs that hold it together. These look like they will turn at some point, perhaps, but not yet. I presume maybe these pull out, who knows? I don't know how much it deconstructs. In fact, I don't know very much about it at all, but it did come with this book. So perhaps we should have a look at this. What book is pushing it? A small leaflet. Here we go. In your hands lies a mystical puzzle box inspired by the ancient Aztec civilization. It's both a logic game and a gift box with a secret compartment. Solve the ancient riddles and align the hidden mechanisms to unlock the box and hide your treasure inside. Surely it's discover your treasure inside. I'm not quite clear there. Carefully hand assembled. Act like you're in an escape room, or run around shouting. Observe the symbols. The sunstone holds many clues. Understand the ancient mechanics. Feel the motion beneath your fingertips. Think like an Aztec priest. What, sacrifice people on the steps of a temple? No. The path is hidden in logic. And the rest of this is other languages and a picture of the escape room box partly open, I think, there, maybe. Or maybe it's just a dramatic rendering of it, I don't know. Oh, look, that actually is a bit of a spoiler, isn't it? It suggests the edges come out. Well, I don't know how that would work. So let's have a look at the top first. So I have literally not touched this before this video. I don't know anything about it. So those two top levels are fastened together. Well, there's a level here that does turn. Looking at the images on the side, we have an eagle. These are parts of images. Look here. There's part of a face, and well, some of the images they're kind of like themed with the Aztec theme, aren't they? Is that the same as that? I mean, they may or may not be precisely the same, but they're certainly similar. They look very much the same. That wiggles to the right first, that wiggles to the right. Maybe all the retaining pegs are the same. I don't know if these images repeat, but I haven't immediately noticed any that are the same, but they are very similar, so I don't know for sure. Perhaps we need to know what's on them at some point. There are various birds and various faces, but beyond that, I don't know whether we need anything in particular. There we go. Have I gone all the way around yet? Yes, this is where I started, isn't it? Oh, that's come out by itself, just while I turned it round. Oh, no, it's gone back in, it won't come out again. So I'm guessing that at some point I'm pulling these pegs out. In fact, that's something I didn't really comment on at all. There are two pegs. That hadn't come out, I'm not sure I'd have twigged it, but there are only two pegs on this side here, the outer rim of it. There's that's recessed, but in terms of sticking out, there's a peg here, which may move at certain orientations. Perhaps I can't immediately make it come out again. Perhaps it's to do with the rotation of something else. And then underneath, I'll just test all of these yellow pegs to see if any of them come, and I think they are all fastened. So, as far as I know, there are two things that move, this wheel, and these pegs on the sides here. So, let's see if I can work out why that was coming out. Well, that looks like a drawer. This perhaps is one of the wings that was going to fold out like we saw on the box. So I rotate this, I can feel that that's connected to it, because when I turned this, I felt this pull. So perhaps the position of this is relevant, in which case, I suppose, whilst I could probably work it out by randomly moving things, perhaps I'm supposed to line this up somehow. So this, no. Yeah, this is locked into it won't turn more than that. That's, I think, glued onto the top of this. I could be wrong. It might come off, I don't see how though. But this certainly rotates. So what would I be lining up with? There's some red here, and there's symbols here. Do they match up with the edges here? Perhaps in some way? I suspect I'm trying to match the position of this with something around the edge anyway. So there's an elephant here, perhaps. A G? Are these letters? I'm not sure they would be letters because it's sold in different languages. So they may probably not spell a word, but E, G, C. I'm looking here. I don't think that's a letter at all. Unless it's an H on its lowercase h on its side, back to an E. I don't think they're letters. I think they're symbols. I don't know what the meaning of the symbols is. There are different colours of point. If I put the dimmest points down the bottom, with these. Is that relevant? Is it possible that if I put the two layers together they turn? This looks like a jigsaw piece, doesn't it, at the side here? I'm not immediately sure what to do with this, but I do know that when I rotated it, this fell out. So how did I make that happen? Because that would obviously be helpful to do again. Perhaps upside down. Maybe it wasn't meant to fall out. Perhaps I just moved something into the right position so it could come out. Give it a shake just in case anything happens. I don't hear anything loose. Oh, giving it a shake actually has pulled this loose. Perhaps that is just meant to be loose. Does this top layer now rotate? So as that's come out, and we now have a hole. Interesting. I'm not sure whether that was the intended solution. What about this one? Does that come out? Let's give it a shake. So I think my conclusion is that this was always able to be pulled out, but it needed a bit of jiggling. But what am I doing with it? So there's round here, there's a hole here, but I think this looks like it's fastened. Was that sprung? No, I don't think that's... It may well move, but it doesn't move when I push it with this. And I don't immediately think there's anywhere to insert this into here. I mean, there's holes here, but they're not going to turn because you've got these retaining pegs in there. Oh, look, they're actually a single peg. So, can I pull them all back inwards? Oh, maybe I can... Oh, look at that. Those I could pull in. They've clipped in. I heard them click in. Oh, that one as well. Are there more that click in? Oh, that has gone in. And this one. They've moved inwards. Oh, now I can turn this disc, look. Oh, okay, I should have experimented with that more to start with. So am I just matching the pictures up? In which case, there's a wide green area there. Let's put something wide and green there. Here. That looks like it, no, it doesn't line up there. Is there anything else wide and green? Yes, this thing here. Let's put that there. Oh, that looks like it goes together, doesn't it? I think this ring is now fully aligned, don't you? It's not lined up on the inside. I don't think I could turn the inner disc, could I? No. Well, that ring isn't currently able to be turned. Yes, so the position of this isn't going to affect the fact that this isn't lined up with this ring here. And maybe they never do line up. I'm going to lock those in place in case that's helpful. And see what I can do over here now. Does this come out? Oh, look at this. Now I can rotate the whole of the top and the sides come out. It's rather pretty, isn't it? Okay, so I'm at the state that was shown on the box. And what can we see? A hole here. There's a piece of yellow plastic in there, I think. And it's got something printed on it. Yeah, there's a picture in here of like an owl with a waffle at the bottom of it. I don't know what that is exactly. But presumably we need to know that. And then up here, there is a slot there. What's on the back of it? Oh, look, there's stuff on the sides. We'll have a look at that in a minute. Oh, there's a slot here. I mean, I can push this in here. No, it won't go in because it's too wide. There's a slot here. Are the slots the same width? That one is actually narrow enough for that to fit in. Although there's something blocking it. We'll come back to that. Peg. And there's actually a plastic peg in there. Can I push it through? Nope. And then, yeah, well, okay. So I think we've done the first stage of the puzzle. I think I've knocked this out and I've then lined up the outer rim by moving the pegs, and now that releases a lock which lets these slide out when I rotate the top. So I'm presuming if I rotate it that way, it goes back in. It's actually a really lovely mechanism. And now I'm regretting, oh, there we go. I was about to say I'm regretting closing it because it won't open again. But we've got a picture of an hourly thing here, and we've revealed these services here. So, oh, these turn. Ah, so I can look all the way through here. I can put a light underneath and view up, can't I? And presumably there are 3 symbol discs. So there may be that they don't feel like they're fastened to anything, but perhaps they reveal information. Oh, by here, lots of symbols. Okay, and by here, there's a peg, and there are wheels made of wood this time, and they have numbers on. Can you see here? Well, that certainly has 2. Oh, it doesn't go any further than that. There's a 2 there, and it may rotate further this way. I'll see it is. No, it did go further, it was just a bit stuck. I only see a 2 on it. And then there's there's a wheel there as well. So that's got pictures on it. So I can choose pictures. Okay, and then this wheel here has got pictures on it too. They're very small. And then there's a wheel here as well, which doesn't want to turn at the moment. Oh, it's got pictures on. Oh, okay, so both the wheels are. So these have got pictures on this side. Now it turns, it's this way up. Does that say 1 on it somewhere? Does it matter that they say 1, 2, 3, 4? Anyway, perhaps that's just for them assembling it. No, that seems unlikely. Anyway, so that second wheel said 2 on it. The question is, do any of these wheels on the back say 3 or 4? In case that's helpful to know. Yes, that says 3. So we've got a numbering of the wheels, 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know if that's meaningful or just part of the way they make it. All right, there's a hole here which is begging to have something pressed into it. But that does not go in, it's too wide. It's very colourful, isn't it? By here, there's a tab. It doesn't move at the moment, but there's a hole here on the side. Can I push this in here? Yes, I can. There goes. That's probably where it came from, isn't it? So that's not a surprise. Does that actually come out now? No, it doesn't come out, so I don't know how I managed to get it loose before. It's well and truly stuck in there now. If I turn it upside down, does it come out? I shook it before when it came out. That actually doesn't work now. Oh. Well, I'm regretting pushing it back in now. Perhaps it wasn't meant to come out. But the fact that it did makes me feel that... I mean, it's meant to come out at some point, sure. But I wasn't sure it was meant to come out then. Well, I haven't now lost that in there. We'll leave that for now. This has got some symbols on, I've just noticed. So we've got like a curve at the top and a part curve at the bottom, which presumably is related to something. That's why it's on there. But quite what it means, I don't know. Yeah, the thing I've got stuck in the side now. How is that moving based on the top in the first place? If I close it all up again, well, that doesn't come out now at all. How strange. How strange that it comes out sometimes. Oh, there we go. I shook it and it came out. I can't decide whether shaking that is meant to be the mechanism for getting it out or I'm just like bypassing something. But either way, every time I shake it, it makes a right mess. Let's open it up again. All right, so here I've just noticed that this is actually raised. You see, that's... Oh, I've pushed it back in, you can't actually see. That presumably does some... Oh, there it comes when I pulled... Well, I just had to wiggle it a lot. It came off. It's rather pretty. What's in there? Oh, a piece of string. I'm not sure I can get that out with my fingers. Let's use this. Method 2, screwdriver. Okay, there's a string in there. Ah, I think that's the end of that chamber. What have we got? It's a necklace. On the necklace is an Aztec-like bird. So it's carved into the plastic. It's quite pretty. What am I doing with that? It could be like, these could be teeth. They're very fine, so for a gear wheel. So there's two options. Either I'm physically using this or the picture is relevant. I assume the back is just... It's interesting. It does look like there are 2 layers of teeth here. This is very small, just to be clear. So I don't think that's rotating. It's pretty anyway. Okay, so also we haven't looked here. Is this the last place we haven't looked? We started with these yellow dials, didn't we? Yeah. So we haven't looked at this, but there are 3 levers that go up and down. And they have, well, that middle one doesn't actually move at the moment. Perhaps it just needs a bit of help. Yeah, it's moving now. There's a bunch of symbols here at the bottom of that. And there are 4 black symbols at the top here, which match the design of this. Is this connected to it? Does it give the positions? Are any of these, I'll put up on the screen the symbols elsewhere, any of them are the same? Alright, so the first symbol here appears on the bottom row. Is that the same? No, it's different at the bottom, isn't it? It's not quite the same. Similar, but not the same. And then the second symbol doesn't appear on the other wall, on the other panel. The third symbol doesn't appear on the other panel. Okay, I don't think we're going anywhere here. And the fourth symbol doesn't appear on the other panel. But I do see the penguin that looks a lot like, well, maybe it's sort of penguin thing. It looks a lot like the bird we've got, although the bird doesn't precisely match either. So I don't think this actually exactly matches with the panel from the other side. So let's try looking through here. Maybe we can make something that looks like the medallion. And then it's not quite clear to me what that effect that would have. Let's try looking through this hole here. So let's see what these three wheels do. So let's do the top wheel first. So there is a face with teeth, I think, a totem pole, whatever that is. And then I think we're back round. We are. And then on the second wheel, oh, looks darker. This is the face with teeth again. There is that symbol again. And a totem pole. They're the same symbols. Let's just try turning the top one back. So yeah, I can overlay them, but they don't quite line up. That could just be the camera angle though. And on the bottom, we have, oh, that's a different one. They don't look very happy, do they? I don't know why I've got looking at them all sideways on when I could just rotate it. That's, I guess I've got it visible on the camera. I was like, I'm not moving it. So I apologise. Anyway, that's the bottom layer. There's the face with teeth. I've not the middle layer. There's the totem pole. So there's one odd one out. Perhaps it's the odd one out that I need. All right, and then, so that's those wheels. We've looked at this. We've looked at these. This, I've already said this doesn't fit in. And I don't know how, this is loose here. I can feel it slightly moving. This bit of wood here, it goes all the way through, I think. Yeah, I can see it at the bottom, but it doesn't push through or anything. Well, it's not like as far as I know. And by here's the hole, and I realised that the point of this was to pin the medallion inside. And as far as I can tell, this comes out just by shaking. I don't think it's anything more complicated than that. Because you can see here, there's a little plastic peg. It's interesting, isn't it? If it covers it that much, it still comes out. Here, now this doesn't come out. You can see, it looks like it's glowing, but I think it's just catching the light. It will come out, presumably, when these pegs are in the right position. So the pegs go into 4 different positions, shown between the lines. And I've noticed that this line here has got 1 dot on it. This line's got 2 dots. This has got 3 by virtually little inlets underneath. So I'm guessing that's numbers than 1 to 3. And then by here we've got, on the outer wheel, we've got turtle, hourglassy thing, star, sticking out bits, mask, sun, penguin, Tiwi. Have we gone all the way around? I think so. Over here we've got, okay, we've got the same symbols perhaps. The tent, turtle, the hourglass. Let's just see if I can turn that. Yes, thank you. Fiery thing. That's different, isn't it? I think that is different. Do we see the mask on the first one? There's a lot of symbols. The sun. Didn't see the sun on the first one, did we? Let's quickly check. Yeah, we did see the sun. So is there just one that's different on each one? Is that what we're doing? Those are definitely, I've definitely seen these, all of these on the second one. That mask, I think, as well. And that. All those symbols on the second one, that can't be true. There's a mask. Is that the same as the one on here? The same symbols on each one? They're not in the same order, are they? It is the same mask. No, they're not in the same order. That one there is definitely not on the first one. So what's the other one not on the first one? That was on both, wasn't it? Yeah. Is there some correlation? You see, the wheels are the same there, right? Are they then the same here? Yes, they are. Interesting. The next pair, yep. So perhaps it's the differences that matter. Oh, there, that's the difference. So that doesn't have that. Okay, so those are the 2 unique surfaces on those wheels. Is that going to allow us to pull this out? Well, I don't know what the symbols on here mean. The sort of curved lines. Let's look at the other side of this. So, yeah, let's start on the outer one. Penguin, sun. Actually, are they lined up? If they are, let's put them together. Penguin, sun. It doesn't really want to turn anymore now. It's annoying. Let's wiggle things a bit. Not even if I turn it hard. Okay, something's catching. Oh, they've turned it back upside again. The other way up again. Those masks, obviously something was close to engaging. Now those symbols are on here. So they're not unique. Is that the one I put on the top? It's not unique, is it? It's got a point on top and 4 dots. Yeah, that symbol isn't unique. It's a shame. But these wheels are the same so far. Oh, no. That's interesting. Those temples don't appear on these ones here. It doesn't want to turn now. Does that pull out? No. Oh, maybe I should do the shaking mechanism. That didn't work. Oh, it's made these turn again. And then there's a turtle which matches with a... Oh, that diamond symbol doesn't appear anywhere else. Okay, so the way these differ is having the diamond and that pyramid. If I have all of those things lined up that are different, the diamond symbol, the pyramid, and then over here, although that does appear elsewhere. Well, that is unique, even though the top one isn't unique. But was there a unique symbol on the top one? All of these symbols on here appear elsewhere, don't they? I think. Those definitely do. Oh, I'll just turn that. That was unique to that, but then I found it at the bottom. And isn't this fire on the... I have no way of knowing if finding unique things is what I'm meant to be doing. I'm confident that all my symbols on here are... Oh, did I find the pyramid on here as well? That perhaps doesn't follow. Alright, so where do we go from here? So, let's check those out all the way. I haven't pushed them in. So, what is the purpose of the fact that this wheel can turn independently? I don't see any symbols that match. So these symbols here do vary between the points. It's not clear to me how they all fit together. What's the purpose of this wheel turning? It can't just be decorative. Does it somehow fit together nicely with the wheel underneath? Not that I can see. And even if it did, it's not clear to me how the symbols that it might reveal would actually be helpful at the moment. So none of the symbols we've seen on the rotating bits appear on here as best I can tell. Or on here. And we looked at the start at the pictures on the sides. Or I think on the bottom we have what may... I was going to say it's an elephant, but it doesn't look like an elephant now I've rotated it. If there was a set of symbols on the bottom here that matched with what we've just seen on the sides, I'd be like, oh, that's where we're going. We're assembling those symbols. But I don't see that. And these, I think, apart from the cutouts, have the same pattern on them. Now what about this layer here? There's like a tube. It doesn't quite line up with the middle layer. But I can't rotate this. And it's the outer layer here that would rotate if I managed to get all the pegs back out again. It may not rotate at all when the star is open. So I think that it's just a simple case of finding the positions of the dials on the sides we have open. How I do that, I don't know. Perhaps if I come back to here, as I get more familiar with the symbols, none of these remind me of the thing I was just trying to solve. I guess a box like this, then you just have to keep looking at it until you start to put A and B together. And that's familiar. Okay, we're back to here. Oh no, look. Now these are the so these are the symbols that are... Oh, okay, now look, I'm making some progress. These are the symbols we were just looking at, aren't they? Why are there so many of them? There should be just 4, right? Maybe I set those 4, then the next 4, then those 4. Okay, I feel we're going to solve that puzzle now. So if I go back to that, where is it? Here. We've got 1 to 4. I don't know which way up it goes, but we'll start by doing the flash, and then we've got like the hourglass, or maybe it's an ant on here. Let's quickly find that. Yep, there's that ant. Honestly, am I going to have to move this through bit by bit, or move this through bit by bit? I don't know. And on the other side, number 3, which is this one here. Okay, so this by chance is on the tortoise and that. Maybe it's not by chance, perhaps they turned with it. So if we got them set from top to bottom in the order it gives at the top, flash and turtle and pyramid. So what happens here? That doesn't want to move. Has that dropped? I think it has actually. Has it? Let's just try again, pushing it through. Perhaps while I waggle this. It's the tiniest bit proud, right? It does move a little bit, but it may have moved like that before, because I wasn't worried about the tiniest of movements. They are, I think, lined up, all 4. What is the purpose of this peg? Do I push it down, slide it? Surely that is step 1 of doing the puzzle. I don't think it feels like it's complex enough that 3 positions of each wheel is going to solve it. So what does this actually mean? Alright, let's look through these yellow discs again, because maybe I will recognise more about them now I've done the rest. So we've got the sort of pineapple head. I don't know what that is exactly. This is the bottom disc. We've got the totem. We've got the Wallace and Gromit grumpy face. I know what that is. And then we think we go back round, just 3 on each one. And on the middle disc, then the same face again, and the totem pole again, although they're much bolder on the middle layer, and then a completely different symbol. And on the top layer, we have, is that the same as the completely different symbol? It is, isn't it? They actually line up. And the totem pole, is that on all 3 layers? That face is on all 3 layers as well. I can line them up, right? This is the middle layer. This is the bottom layer. There we go. They all line up. But as far as I can tell, that doesn't do anything. It's not obvious to me that triggers any kind of mechanism at all. It just shows me symbols. What is the purpose of that? I assume it's not that it tells me on the actual sides of the discs which one to use. They stick out so little that I don't think there's any information here on which one to use. I know my finger looks massive. I mean, there's a little bit of imperfection on the way it's been cut, but I don't think it's not like there's an arrow on it or something, right? It sticks out too little for that to be helpful, I think. Oh wait, what's that? Oh look, I think it's exactly that. There's a notch on it. One of the bits, but it's tiny. So the top layer, when it's on the notch, is the totem pole. Let's move that out of the way so we can't see it anymore. Let's see if there's a notch on the second one. So one of these sticking out bits had a notch on it. On the top one. There, it's a notch on here. So what does that represent? A sticking out face. That actually lines up very nicely, doesn't it? I've knocked the bottom one in case you can see that sticking in the way. Let's move the face out of the way. And see if the bottom one got a notch on it somewhere. You can see why I didn't notice these notches sooner. It might be because I'm filming. Oh, that one's got 3. That's clearly got more notches on, so it's like 3 notches. It's that pumpkin face. Alright, so now we've got those symbols. Are they the ones that are on the one with the sliding face here? No. Oh yeah, they are. They aren't they? I was just thinking because there's 1, 2, 3 and they're numbered 1, 2, 3 with notches here as well. So we should be able to do this. So hang on, 1 was the totem pole. Okay, great. So 1 is the totem pole, and 2 was the funny face, and 3 was the pineapple face. Oh, it's in the right position. So does this pull? Oh, come on. Surely this is going to pull out. Or push in. These are in the right position, aren't they? 1. I even had a numbering for them. 1, 2, 3. Oh, there we go. We've got that out. And oh, look. It's some sort of key. And it's got what looks like a microchip symbol on it, with a circle on. What are we doing with this? Oh, there was a hole, wasn't there? Where's the hole? Alright, 100th time lucky. Does it go in here? Does it even fit in here? No. Well, it does. Perhaps it does. Perhaps it does if I wiggle it. I'm not sure it's going to go in here. This is the hole where I took out the other one. Maybe it's gone here. Maybe that symbol I should be looking for, but I thought just with this hole it might go in there, but it's not convincing enough. I think it's meant to go in there. And that, I think, is just going to possibly get stuck or come through. This is a hole here. That's why I just cook it out of. So where else would it go? Or what's the meaning of its symbol? There's no depth to any of these holes here, I don't think. What is this hole doing? I haven't used this. Oh, maybe it does go in here. But what would it do? Oh, maybe it connects to this. Oh, it does. It pops this out. Ooh, very clever. Oh, it's a skull, isn't it? So, do I still need that key? Let's take it back out. It looks like a magnet there. Does this have a magnet on the bottom? It does. It has got a ball bearing, at least. So looks like that's the magnet in there. So does taking it out do anything directly? I don't think it probably does. I think it just gives me this. But what am I doing with this? Oh, it looks like a face side on, and it's a picture of a face there. That's clever, isn't it? What am I doing with that? Is it relevant to this puzzle I haven't solved? I haven't seen this face on elsewhere on here, I don't think. So hang on. We haven't done this. It's not clear to me how this would help, though. Assuming this is a puzzle, it must be as a whole there, right? It's not clear to me what it is, unless it's a picture of something we're assembling. Maybe we need the picture. So I don't know why I can rotate this. So I haven't worked out what to do with this hole, and I haven't worked out how to solve this, despite spending quite a bit of time on it earlier. But otherwise, that's done. That's, I think, done. That, I think, is finished with. That, I think, is finished with, apart from how to use this diagram. Oh. Oh, look, it snaps onto symbols. That's how you do it. That's incredibly clever. I just suddenly thought, does it snap onto something in the top row? It certainly snaps onto that symbol there, the penguin. I tried the penguin before. Does it snap onto anything else? Yes, it's snapping onto the sun. So I've got the penguin and the sun. Oh, come on, let's try all the things in turn. So I think it's snapping onto, does that come out any further? I'm pretty sure it's snapping onto the first symbol, the sun. And then, so there's a shiny thing, the penguin-ish thing, the medallion, I guess I should call that. I was calling it a sun before, and then it snaps onto as well here. That's so clever. So I thought I was going nuts, but no. So we've got that, and that. So spiky, bird, medallion, mask. Okay, we know what to do. We know what to do. Spiky symbol. Yep. Bird. Gosh. Then medallion, then mask. So maybe the thing is actually going to fall out. I don't know. Where's the medallion there? And then the mask last but not least. There. Come on. That's got to be it. Does this pull out? No. Does this drop out? No. Come on, that's got to be it. I've done it. I know I've done it. Sparks. The penguin bird. The medallion. The mask. That was what it was. Come on. They're in the right positions. Why is something magical not happening? Do I have to press this? I feel this is going to drop out. I might be completely wrong. I don't feel any resistance, I've got to be honest, on the wheels. Heavy resistance on the wheels, which makes me wonder if I have it wrong. Should I do it in reverse? I don't think I can do it in reverse. Are there sparks on here? No, there are sparks on here. Maybe it goes the other way. Sparks. Pretty sure the penguin's on all of them. Penguin. Medallion next. I don't actually know if the medallion's on. There's the mask for the last one. Is the medallion on here? I think it was. I'm pretty certain it was, because I spent so long on this earlier. I could be wrong. Is that the medallion? I think it is. And the mask. There we go. So I've put them in this way. Now does this pull out? No! Oh my goodness. Let's just extend this again. Does this push out? I've done it both ways, haven't I? So we've got sparks, bird. I just say two on here. Medallion and mask. And that doesn't work either. Let's do that whole thing again. I don't know why it didn't work. I'm pretty sure. So we've just seen the numbering again. So we've got sparks, which is this one. That's not the bird, that's the turtle. Where's the bird? There's the bird, and put sparks back. Maybe I tried to push the lever out the wrong way. Maybe it only goes one way. Yeah, sparks, penguin. And then on this side, we need the medallion here. There's the medallion. And finally, the mask. There it is. Why is magic not oh! I didn't shake it hard enough the first time, I guess. So that has come out. And presumably, that was holding this in. So I've got another key. Oh, and now I can see more clearly the symbols I was looking at before. Alright, so now what? I have 4 bits of plastic. This one actually has a symbol on it. 5 bits of plastic. 6 if you count that. Because I've also got this, which I got out. This must be a purpose to the penguin-y thing. Alright, so this is what I have so far. And I think we've solved that. We haven't done anything with this. What was the last bit I got out? It was this, wasn't it? That maybe goes in here. It does. Oh, and that made that drop out. Which gave me this. And that's got the sunshine in, maybe. And the rainbow. Does it looks like it's going to press out of there. It does. So I've got these 2 bits of plastic. What am I doing with those? So I've used this. That guess can probably come back out now. I've used this bit, I think. Top, bottom, side. I've used this. Top, bottom, side. I've used this. Yeah. I've used this. Yes. I've used this. Yes. And I've used that. Okay, fine. So we're either using the top or the bottom now. And now at the top, I could obviously collapse it all back in, but does anything different when I collapse it back in happen now? That still turns, and I still don't know why. Underneath, does anything different happen down here? Not really. There's no reason to think I need to move that to a different position, is there? So let's push those back out. Oh, this isn't going to turn here, is it? Move them all in. That middle wheel, as it looks like this is separate to this bit here, because you see they don't line up. Yeah, I feel they would line up. If only I could take these locking pegs out. So presumably this, and possibly this are relevant here. Well, have I locked it? Yes, I have. Let's unlock it again. Slide these out. And expand it. Okay, so I can sort of see inside when I do this. It looks hollow, to be honest. So I don't know how much there is in there still to reveal, to be honest. Maybe I'm almost done. I feel I'd know I was done though, right? This doesn't look like I'm done. Is there anything marked on here? I imagine those are just little bits of give in the wood to allow it to pop in neatly. So what's the next stage? I've got the rainbow and I've got the sun. Is there somewhere on here where those are marked? Maybe one of these bits I haven't finished with yet. Oh, that sort of fits in there. It doesn't do anything though, right? Oh look, I wonder if... Are these designed to release this peg that I've wondered about a lot at the beginning and given up wondering about now? If that's in there... Oh, did I ruin it? Was the medallion the end? And I got it at the beginning? Ooh. Because look, I think that goes in here. And that goes in here. I think. That's a shame, isn't it? I think I meant to put these in here to release this. And that I found earlier is the end of the game. But then what about the purpose of the lining this disc up? Let's just see if I can make this peg release without shaking. By putting these in a particular way. I can. Look, it goes in or out. Ah, bit of a flawed design, isn't it? If the solution to your puzzle is to take this peg out, but it comes out by just pretty gently shaking it, then that's a bit of a flaw. This is meant to be a gift then. Have I finished? Because I figured I was going to line up this wheel here with this inner one. But I'm not, am I? Maybe they're meant to be aligned and it wasn't assembled correctly. Oh, I think I'm done. Alright, I've just looked at the solution online, and yes, the end of the game is revealing this, which ironically I did before I'd even touched it. So I've just finished recording this video, and I then had a look on the Kickstarter page for the campaign. There's an animated GIF which shows that the inner thing does move, and I have just managed to actually get it to unstick. It was stuck, and it will in fact rotate. But as you can infer from the fact that I didn't rotate it during the video, it doesn't need to rotate. Does it actually ever line up with anything? Does that line up? Yeah, that's it, isn't it? So you could line it up, but isn't it weird that the position of this is just, I mean, you can see little holes underneath. The position of that is just decorative. You would think that they would design it so that you would set this disc to the position and this disc to the position. Maybe it doesn't matter what position the outer rin's in. Maybe that was just my assumption. Perhaps I can align it up in different ways. All that matters is that I can move all the pegs out simultaneously, right? Is that one going to move? Yeah, there's a hole there. Oh, okay. Early on I said that this had to be lined up for it to open, but actually, because these holes are pretty regularly, this isn't very well designed, is it? I can see what's meant to happen. Some of the holes are smaller, so the idea is that these pegs won't all slide out fully unless you have the two rins in the correct position, but it hasn't been cut properly. The tolerance is too sloppy. I don't know what it is, but it really shouldn't be the case, I think, that both of these can be in the wrong position and it still opens. I've just checked the solution online. You are supposed to be able to have to complete the outer ring correctly so things line up, which you can see they don't here, and the inner ring correctly, and you can see this doesn't line up. You can still slide these all out without any resistance and open the puzzle box. So that's not meant to happen. So I never actually solved that bit properly because I didn't realise this wouldn't turn to start with, but I made it turn now. So that is a real shame actually, because that's a rather fun mechanism. Quite why this turns, I don't know, just a whimsy. And the fact that the key, which holds the final solution in, falls out at the start, and that happens to a lot of people I can see from the comments on Kickstarter, I think it's probably just a design flaw. I think they probably haven't designed that mechanism very well. So, absolutely lovely box. You can have a lot of fun with it. But is it flawed? Yes. Did it need a bit more finessing? I mean, arguably yes. But at the end of the day, it is a wooden box. It's always going to be subject to, I think, certain tolerances and so on. It's not ridiculously expensive. It is rather beautiful. I don't think I can knock it too much for that. I will say it's a shame. It does impair the experience a little bit. But is it terrible? No. Do I recommend it? Yes. Absolutely. If you like this sort of thing, I think it's a lovely gift, and who wouldn't be pleased to receive something so colourful and full of puzzles to solve? Well, there we go. I enjoyed solving that a lot. If you've got it yourself, let me know how you got on. I'd love to know what you thought of it, whether you A, had the same issues with the bottom of it as me, and B, whether you had the same issue with the key coming out as me, or whereabouts you got stuck if you solved it. And if you're watching along, any comments you have, I love reading them, so feel free to share. But until I see you in some other future video, all that remains is for me to say take care and goodbye.